Welcome back to My Moment. Once again, you're rocking with your boy Stay Humble, and I want to thank you for tuning in. I want to start just by saying, man, thank you. The outpouring of birthday love yesterday was great. Here as I grow another year older, just to see so many people just taking a moment out of their day to drop me a line to wish me happy birthday. Some people called. I even got some gifts. But I mean, it was dope, man. My wife, Vicky, I love you. Thank you so much for making it an incredible day. I got to hang out with some of the kids in my youth group, and Cornerstone Church. Thank you guys for allowing us to come out. So it was just a great day, man. Great day doing God's work and enjoying the fact that He made me and that He redeemed me, man. So it was really dope. My kids made it great, and so all that being said, thank you. So on to the second thing. If you saw my birthday, I had donated it. I wanted people to donate to Heaven's Family, which is the organization that I work with doing Farming God's Way. We're one of the ministries that are involved with Heaven's Family, and there are so many. But just to give you a quick understanding of what Heaven's Family does, they take very serious when Jesus said, He said when He was looking to the people on His right, in Matthew 25, He said, when I was hungry, you gave me something to eat. When I was naked, you clothed me. When I was broke, you gave me a couple dollars. You know what I mean? When I was down and out, man, you came and put your arm around me and picked me up and encouraged me. When I was in prison, you came and visited me. All of those type of things, Jesus says, you did that to me. And the people respond like, well, what you mean? What do you mean we did that to you? Like, when did we see you, hungry and feed you? I mean, you fed 5,000 plus women and children, and then 4,000 plus women and children. When do we see you in prison and come and visit you? When do we do these things? And Jesus said, if you have done it to the least of one of these, my children, you've done it to me. And that's what Heaven's Family is really about, serving the least of these. What would be considered the least of these, the ones that are the most down and out and beat down and just crushed by life and by circumstances. So Heaven's Family has multiple ministries, and like one of them is Orphans Tier, where instead of building orphanages and being able to gather money for that, they're trying to get kids placed back into homes, so that they can grow up in a normal functioning household and be with their closest family members. You have things like the leprosy ministry, and for some of us, we might think, oh man, leprosy is not real, but man, go look at India, go look at Africa, and you'll find, man, that leprosy is alive and well today. And when you look at some of these leprous colonies and what I believe her name is Carol Collins, Bob and Carol. Bob works in prison ministry here in the U.S., but he also works down in Texas, but he also works in some other countries as well. But his wife, she is in charge of this leprosy ministry, man, and it's amazing what they're doing. We have things like Farming God's Way, where we are helping the poorest of the poor farmers come out of poverty. Be able to feed their family, and then we're looking to grow them into small agro businesses that they can begin to transform their community. And we're doing all of this. It'd be great to help people. There's a lot of humanitarian aid that helps people, but man, just helping people isn't all we were called to do. We were called to preach the good news. You know what I'm saying? And if we give the help without giving the message of hope, it's really all for naught. So we improve some circumstances, but these same people end up on the left side of Jesus back in Matthew 25 when He said, you guys, the goats, He says, when I was hungry, you didn't give me food. When I was in prison, you didn't come to visit me. When I was down and out, you didn't encourage me. In fact, you kicked me while I was down. When I was naked, you didn't give me any clothes. You didn't help me. And they're like, well, Jesus, what do you mean? Like, we're good people. Like, we're good people. We've been helping. He said, if you haven't done it to the least of these, you ain't do it to me. And see, that's the dividing line. Remembering, man, that the Bible tells us to do good to everyone, but especially to those of the household of faith. And Heaven's Family, I would encourage you, check out the website, heavensfamily.org. And you'll see, man, there's so many different ministries, from the clean water ministry to the special needs ministry, where they're actually doing different type, providing funds for different type of surgeries that these kids would never otherwise. I mean, sorry, I get a little excited, but just back in February, around the 10th, we had our Heaven's Family reunion, and or not the reunion, but just a small time to get together. And I saw a video by Brother Carmen Paris, and it was of a young man who had never walked in his life. Legs were underdeveloped, just a really, really bad situation. And here this young man is on video walking for the first time. And that's because of the work that God has given Heaven's Family to do. And I want you to understand this also, and I will end. It is not more important to be the person that does the work. See, God has different positions for us all to play. So there are people that are giving to the work that without them giving to the work, we would not be enabled to do it, right? I mean, this stuff costs money, it just is what it is. But when we look at our money as a resource for God, rather than as a resource to build up our own kingdom, then we come in line with God's will, and we say, okay, Lord, yes, whatever you want me to do, that's what I'll do. So I want to encourage you, man, just keep playing your part. Thank you guys again for the birthday love. I think last I looked, we had $110 raised towards the $500 I wanted to try to raise for Heaven's Family. So that means 39 more people giving $10 a piece, to some great work that will bring glory and honor to God and will transform people's lives. So God bless y'all, man. Grace and peace. This is your moment.